This is the third edition of Anyone Can Speak French, but bear in mind, these episodes can be viewed in any order. At least the first 20. That's my commitment to you, to keeping things plain and simple. Okay, this one, in case you're curious, is entitled Going to the Supermarket. Or, Je vais au supermarché. Je vais, I go, au supermarché. To the supermarket. Well, I guess that's fun and all, but are we going to do anything else? Sure, let's run some more errands. Let's go à la banque. To the bank. Yeah, you knew that one, right? See, French is the same as English, just with a different accent. Well, I guess it's a little bit more complicated, but just go along with me, okay? All right. Après le supermarché, je vais à la banque. After the supermarket, après le supermarché, après is after, je vais à la banque. Après la banque, well, where else could we go? After the bank, let's go to la poste. La poste, the post office. You guys are all eBayers, right? You're selling stuff left and right on eBay, making $1 million. You got to go to the post office like every 3 hours. Let's go to the post office. À la poste. Je vais à la poste avec toi. Je vais à la poste avec toi. Do you know what I said? I said I'm going to the post office with you. That's because I like you, and we can do our post office business together. Après la banque, après la poste, après le supermarché. What else are we going to do? I know. Let's go à la librairie. À la librairie. To the library, right? No, fooled you. La librairie, the bookstore. I know. It kind of throws you for a loop. Just go with it. La librairie is the bookstore where you go to buy books. If you walk out the door without paying for them, that's stealing. La librairie. Je vais à la librairie. Okay, d'abord, je vais au supermarché. Après le supermarché, je vais à la banque. Après la banque, je vais à la poste. Avec toi. With you. Après la poste, je vais à la librairie. Well, what if they don't have what we're looking for at the bookstore? Well, I guess we could always go to the library. I mean, what the heck? They don't charge you there, so let's give it a try. À la bibliothèque. À la bibliothèque. Je vais à la librairie. Après la librairie, je vais à la bibliothèque. Pretty cool. Pretty simple. Got it? Je vais au supermarché. Je vais à la banque. Je vais à la poste. Je vais à la librairie. Je vais à la bibliothèque. Something's amiss, right? I see a question mark in your mind. On some we say la bibliothèque. And some, like the supermarket, le supermarché. It's a little different. It's le, right? Well, that's because the French insist on viewing the supermarket as a masculine noun. It doesn't really have a gender, but it kind of does. Gender is all about what precedes the noun. In this case, the article the is le, L-E. And then on a noun like la bibliothèque, which they consider feminine, remember it's not really gender-based, you know, it's all about the word. Anyways, la bibliothèque, la, because, well, it's feminine. I guess French people, they hear the noun once with the gender and they never forget it. For us, it's a little bit more difficult. You just gotta kind of go with it. Trust it. It comes naturally. There is somewhat of a rhyme to it, but not really. I just kind of go with it. So, le supermarché, masculine. La bibliothèque. Je vais au supermarché. When you say, I'm going to the supermarket, because it's masculine, you don't say aller. That doesn't sound very good, according to the French. So they just shorten aller to O. A-U. You've seen it there at the bottom of your screen. O. Aller. Je vais au supermarché. Je vais à la bibliothèque. We'll get more to that later. It's not that important. To be perfectly honest, to communicate, You can screw up those genders left and right. You might look a little foolish, but hey, I look foolish all the time. And hey, I'm doing pretty well. So, if you have any questions, just drop me a comment or send me an email. I'll totally answer that. What I like about language is that you get to personalize it. If you come up with something you want to learn how to say, you want to practice a noun, a verb, you looked it up in your dictionary and you're like, well, how do I actually use that in context? Just ask me and I'll be sure to get back to you. That's how I want to structure these, with lots of participation. Sound good? Have you been telling your teachers about me? I think you should, because I'm pretty cool. A lot cooler than they are. Maybe? Okay. Adieu.